Chapter 5, a mindfulness meditation. So we've been talking about some reasons why you might want to meditate. Lowering stress hormones, increasing your focus, more clarity, and even more joy. So let's talk about how to do it. One of the gifts that meditation has to offer is it's a way to train that wandering mind of ours to come back to the present moment. But it takes some practice, because our mind is like a puppy who wants to go into everyone's garden and sniff every flower. And our mind is used to just going wherever it wants to go, even if some of those places don't feel so good. So we're going to work with our mind through meditation by asking it to come back to the present moment, by focusing on our bodies, our senses, and the breath. Because the body and the senses only function in the present moment, and the breath only oxygenates us in the present moment. So anytime we're focused on our vision, for example, or our hearing, or the way our body feels, we're entering the present moment automatically. So let's explore this present moment, starting with the sense of vision, of sight. Taking in your present moment surroundings with your eyes. Just look around and notice what you notice without judging it or thinking you have to fix anything. What do you see in your present moment? And now let's shift to the sense of hearing, of sound. And you may want to close your eyes for this part, but you don't have to. So what sounds are arriving at your eardrums through the present moment? This can even include silence between sounds. Now we'll shift from the sense of hearing to the sense of touch, of feeling, by bringing our attention to all the parts of your body that are making contact with your chair. And again, you might want to do this with your eyes closed. So feeling your back against the chair, feeling the pressure of the chair against your bottom and your legs, and the warmth, possibly, of that part of your body. Bringing your attention to your feet on the ground through your shoes. And also feeling your hands. What are your hands touching? And what's the temperature of your hands? You might also bring your attention to your face. Is there any tension in your jaw or your forehead? Now, staying with the sense of touch, but in a slightly different way, we're going to explore the movement that our body makes when we breathe. So, for example, taking a deep breath in, you might notice how the chest expands on the inhale breath, and then how it falls naturally back towards the spine on the exhale. So for the next few breaths, simply noticing the way your rib cage expands and moves on the in-breath, and how it naturally falls back on the out-breath. So simply following this movement for the next few breaths. Feeling the in-breath, feeling and experiencing the out-breath. Not thinking the breath, just feeling what happens when we breathe naturally. Now, if we were to continue, and I'll encourage you to do that after you're done watching this chapter, is pretty soon the mind would wander off the breath. It would start thinking about what you're going to do later, what you're going to make for dinner, what you forgot to tell your husband, all the things the mind normally likes to think about. But what we do when we're meditating is, instead of having more and more thoughts, we simply notice that we're thinking, that our focus has gone off the breath, and we come back to feeling the breath. And then the mind goes off again. And so we notice we've had another thought. And now instead of having 6 more thoughts on the same topic, we might just have 1 or 2. Come back to the breath and the body. Little by little, we start to train the mind to be more in the present moment and to notice when it's going off. Now the trick here is it's very important to know not to criticize yourself for thinking. There's nothing wrong with thinking. And if you think while you're meditating, you're not doing it wrong. This was what so many people tell me. So be very gentle and patient with yourself when you notice that you're thinking, and come back to the breath. And that way your meditation practice will be much more enjoyable and much more fruitful. We don't need to yell at ourselves while we're meditating. It isn't one more thing we have to perfect. We're just learning to be more in the present moment. If you'd like to develop a practice like this, I encourage you to get one of my meditation CDs, which you can order on my website, or you can take one of our classes, attend a retreat, or invite us to come to your place of work or to your home for a personal workshop. Thanks for joining us for this mindfulness meditation.